Closed down and the reopening of food banks for the same reason. And they right around the corner from each other, just 2 different days. So the Thursday food bank reopened, and after 2 months of hiatus or time out from the general public, better known as community, they back open. And so far so good, people are still crowding that front door. They're going to do that until they're told not to. To be the first in line. Sometimes you get a payoff with the first line. But since the weather's been going good, this summer, maybe they made the Thursday food bank around 11 o'clock. Still over 100 people that pops up at that one. And then I double back to the Thursday food bank. Should be after 12. One time the truck came early. There wasn't that much on it. People were a little upset about that, but they have to remember that these food banks, it's not guaranteed to have nothing on them trucks. So sometimes they have something on them, and sometimes they don't. Most times they're going to have something on them, but they're going to be sometimes they're not going to have nothing on them. So you always got to be prepared for that. It's always, it ain't guaranteed. So this Thursday, I did the Thursday morning, 11 o'clock food bank. By the time I got around there at 12, they had shut down. A truck came early, wasn't a whole lot on it. But I heard about the other Wednesday food bank that was around the corner that was a monthly. I talked to one of the people that volunteered there. I seen her, I was riding my bike through the park. And she was in the park cutting through, going away home. And she had told me that he had shut down for the same reason the Thursday one did. Somebody had cussed out one of the volunteers. And that was, that was a monthly, not a weekly food bank that you would go to. So by them having such bad behavior towards the volunteers, they decided to shut it down. So when I rode by there one Wednesday when I was coming from one of my monthly stops, I rode by there and I seen the sign in the door saying no food bank on Wednesday. So I know that it's still shut down for that reason. Sometimes when you be real rude and stuff and volunteers get their feelings hurt, they're going to shut it down because they don't have to have these food banks. They don't have to be bothered with the headache. And even though they know they're going to be dealing with the general public and people have a false sense of ownership, when they go to these food banks, you're not shopping, you're getting something for free. But they just have a sense of somebody telling them what to do blows their mind. And, you got to have an order of business. If not, it'll be just complete chaos. I have seen that happen. When they didn't have the order of business, it was just complete chaos. So that's what's happening between Wednesday and Thursday. I seen that one had shut down. And I guess it's going to be about a month now. And they had to give themselves a break from that nonsense. It gets on your last nerves, and like I said, people, they get their feelings hurt. You ain't come there to volunteer to get your feelings hurt and be called out your name and all that stuff. It ain't necessary. It shouldn't be that drastic for somebody to feel that way about it, but the people just do. I guess it's just part of human nature. So that's what's been happening this week. I had a real good run this week towards the last part of this month, the end of the month of July. So I've been humping good. I missed one day because of a flood, but other than that, everything been clicking pretty good. The Monday food bank came up short one week with 25 bags. This week they had 75 bags. They had more than enough to go around for everybody. And everybody was up there doing the head count. And I hope I'll be within that first 25, but the door opened on the side and I peeked in there. I seen the table full of bags. I said, there ain't going to be no problem this week. They got a full load. But they don't know where they're going to get off the truck neither. But a lot of people didn't come because they got discouraged because of the 25 bags. And what they're doing, at least they let you know up front before they open up the door. If they ain't got but 25 bags, you there by 12:30, they can let you know that you probably ain't going to be served if you pass number 25. So I got 3 bags that day. And the funny thing, the guy be giving my other odds and ends stuff I don't want. I was sharing my bag with him. And, he eat the lettuce and stuff like that I don't eat. Cucumbers and stuff like that. I give it to him. So when I got my second bag from coming out the door, one of the workers there gave me a third bag. And he kept asking me if there was any meat in the bag. And I kept giving him all that odds and ends stuff that I didn't want. So when I see him again, I'm going to tell him, yeah, there was a meeting there, but not for you, because I gave you a lot of my odds and ends. So you can't get the majority of the odds and ends in me too. I don't mind sharing it, but I got to look out for me too. But I was being a little greedy, that's what it was. I got to admit that. I was being a little greedy, but that's the way it goes sometimes. He benefits from my stuff that I don't eat. I give it to him instead of just taking it home and throwing it away. I always try to give it away to somebody. So that's my motto. I'd rather give it away than throw it away because it's throwaway food anyway. So we had a big run on the fruit this month. So we know that the harvest is in on the fruit. And we had a lot of grapes from the two places I went to, pears and plums. So, we were full of apricots. That's what we do with apricots. We're full of fruit and we don't eat it fast enough. So obviously, when we bring it home and lay around, we get the fruit flies. We get the fruit flies. So we get the flies from the fruit. So I began to get rid of it. So after 2 days, I got to get out whether I ate it or not. I had time to eat it or not. I have to get rid of it. And I have to constantly remind myself, don't hold on to it. This stuff is old. It don't take but a minute. Especially with the perishable. The fruit is real. It's not durable. It'll break down real quick and they'll get mold on it real quick. So it's real precious like that. And then it's at its last stage. That's why it was being thrown out. I like it because it softened up with the hard fruit. That's what works for me. But I realized I got to eat it, and I don't eat fruit that much. And I ain't trying to can it or nothing like that, which I would make it last longer in the refrigerator. But we got plenty of grapes, and we got pears that we haven't ate yet, so this day is Sunday, so I got to get down with it or throw it out. Simple as that. Other than that, food bank's been running pretty good. We seen some people at the Tuesday food bank, at the Wednesday every other week food bank. So that was something new. I didn't think they would come out for the food bank. A couple of workers was even there, as well as a couple of people that participated in that food bank on Tuesday. So the word got out and they came and checked it out. But other than that, he's still working on this, getting this battery for the bike. The worst thing I could do was when I went on eBay to order the battery, because it's cheaper to go order on eBay, the guy didn't have it in stock. So that the trade war is taking effect on ordering batteries from China. And it's hard for me to get this battery, so I've been working on it, but I still ain't got one. It's been over a month since I asked for my money back, and it's still holding up my money up. No battery, no money, so they said wait 21 days so you can clear the check from China, the refund from China. China had the money, and they're going to refund the money back to me, then I can order again. And hopefully this person have this order in stock. I'm thinking they had it in stock because I was ordering from coming out of California. Found out they was waiting on an order to come from China. So it didn't match up. So, I like being up to 2 batteries instead of 1. Because 1 battery is shorting out on you, then you ain't got nothing. And you have to go with the lead acid batteries, and they ain't about nothing as far as weight, they too heavy. You pick up some extra weight. They got to run with at least 3. But anyway, that's how that went down, which I just might do that. And I didn't want to do that, but I just might have to do that. But anyway, that's how that went down. As far as the battery is concerned. And I've been rocking and rolling with the new hook-up bike with the rear wheel electric motor on it. And I've been rocking and rolling. I still ain't hooked up the back brace, but I've been using the front brace, and that's been sufficient. And so I got that going, and so I'm getting my money's worth out of that for sure. And I'll do some volunteer work this week as far as doing some bike repairs at a community event. So that'll be something new with the bike thing. So I'm buying the materials and getting reimbursed for them. And hopefully I have enough to go around with about at least 4 or 5 sets of everything. And spend about $100, $150 for the materials. And hopefully I get a chance to use them all up, because if not, I have to buy them back. I would offer to buy them back. Not going to make that much money. I'm going to have my neighbor with me if he's available. And he's unemployed, so I'll give him a play on the money. I'll do it pro bono, ain't but 4 hours. I'll just pick my cards out there with people, it might make it back on the flip side. And sometimes you got to give an inch to gain an inch. And sometimes it ain't all about the money when you're trying to help out your neighbor. I know how it is to be unemployed in between jobs. So I'll try to help him out with that. And if he can show up this weekend with that event, we don't have no tent, so we're going to be out in the sun. But just from 10 to 2, so we can handle it. And we'll see how that goes. We're going to keep it simple. We're just going to do tires and brakes. Do no axles, no bottom brackets, and no derailleurs. And no shifters. Stay away from all that. And do brakes and tires, and that's it. And that's an easy repair. And that's a quicker repair than doing the derailleurs and stuff. And the shifters for the derailleurs and any axle and any bottom bracket. It can get a little more intense. I'll give my card on that. So anyway, that's the game plan. But this week has been a good month for me, this month of July. So I cannot complain. Had no bad incidents with the bike. And nobody trying to run me off the road. You're always going to get a near miss or misjudgment. But I have nothing serious that I have to make a note of. I try to be on good behavior. I try to give way to the cars. And don't be that aggressive on a bicycle. You got to realize you're on a bicycle, not in a vehicle, or on a heavier bike, which is like a motorcycle. It's a light bike. So it's a lighter bike than a motorcycle or a scooter. Full-size scooter, not one of those little small scooters. So that's what's happening with that. So hopefully next month coming up, it'll be August. We'll see how things work for August. And hopefully we can have the second bike going. That's our main objective in August, to have our second battery so we can get the second bike going. And, we should have some visitors that's going to take us outside our neighborhood, so I want to be able to roll all the way there and back. So we'll see what happens with that. Until then, we're going to say later, Gator.